Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to lean in. I want you to feel this in your bones. Because today, we're not just talking about motivation. We're not talking about fleeting inspiration. No, we're talking about the one trait that separates the ones who dream from the ones who dominate. From the ones who dominate. Now listen, everybody wants success. Everybody wants that next level. But wanting it doesn't get you there. Consistency does. You don't get fit by going to the gym once. You don't build a powerful business with one good idea. You don't become unstoppable with one burst of motivation. You become unstoppable when you show up every damn day. Let me be real with you. You're not always going to feel like it. You're going to have days when your energy is low, when the doubts start creeping in, when no one is clapping for you, when it feels easier to take the shortcut, to skip the reps, to tell yourself, of tomorrow. But that's the moment. That's the gap between average and elite. That's where champions are made. That's where you either fold or force yourself to follow through. Because forcing yourself to be consistent is not about perfection. It's about discipline. It's about owning your mind, not letting your feelings drive the car. Your emotions are passengers. Your commitment is the driver. You don't need more time. You need more intention. You don't need to feel ready. You need to feel responsible for your destiny. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your habits. Lock in the routine. Make it non-negotiable. Make excellence your habit, not your event. Because when you force yourself to be consistent, guess what? You build momentum. You build confidence. You build trust in yourself. And once you trust yourself, there is nothing you can't do. And nothing you can't do. You become the kind of person who doesn't just set goals. You crush them. You become the kind of person who doesn't chase success. You attract it. So decide right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Next week. Right now. You will show up. You will push through. You will force yourself to be consistent until it becomes who you are. Because that version of you, that consistent, disciplined, relentless version of you, that's the version that changes everything. Let's go out there and build that life, brick by brick, day by day, with unshakable, unstoppable consistency. Want this turned into a video script or short for social media? I got you. Motivation is temporary, but consistency is what produces long-term results. You can't rely on how you feel. You must show up even when you don't feel like it. Don't let your emotions drive your actions. Your emotions are passengers. Your commitment and discipline must be that drive success isn't created from one big move. It's built brick by brick, day by day, through repeated effort and habit. It's not about having more hours. It's about being more deliberate with the time you already have. Consistency comes from clarity and focus. When you consistently show up, you build momentum and self-trust, and that becomes your superpower. Don't just try to be consistent. Become the person who is consistent. Make it who you are, not just what you do. Want these turned into a poster, carousel, or something more visual? I can hook that up, too. Motivation is an amazing spark. It can get you excited, get you fired up, make you feel like you can conquer the world. But here's the truth. It fades. It always does. It's like a match. It lights up fast, burns bright, and then it's gone. You can't build your dreams on sparks. You build them on something much stronger, consistency. Because consistency, that's the fire that keeps burning day in and day out. It's the boring stuff. The early mornings, the late nights, the reps no one sees, the grind when no one's clapping. That's what builds greatness. See, most people wait until they feel like it. They wait for that perfect moment, that burst of inspiration. But the top performers, the game changers, the leaders, they don't wait. They show up. They execute. They follow through, whether they feel like it or not. If you only work when you're motivated, you'll get average results. But if you force yourself to be consistent, even on the hard days, the tired days, the I don't want to do this, days, you become unstoppable. Because success doesn't come from one big effort. It comes from stacking small wins, from doing the little things right over and over again. So don't chase motivation. Build discipline. Create systems. Lock in your habits. And trust this, consistency will take you further than motivation ever could. Your emotions are powerful, no doubt. They can lift you up, inspire you, or completely knock you off course. But if you want to create something extraordinary in your life, whether it's success in business, fitness, relationships, anything, you can't let your emotions be in control. You can't give them the wheel. They'll tell you it's okay to skip today. They'll say, you're tired. You deserve a break. They'll whisper, you'll do it tomorrow. And if you listen to those voices long enough, you'll drift further and further from your goals. From your goals. Discipline is what keeps you on track when your emotions try to pull you off course. It's that inner voice that says, I don't care how you feel. This is what we do. That voice doesn't negotiate with laziness. It doesn't bargain with excuses. The problem is, most people build their lives around how they feel in the moment. But the ones who win, the ones who create lasting results, they build their lives around what needs to be done, no matter how they feel. That's the difference. You're not always going to feel confident, not always going to feel excited. But if you let discipline take the lead, if you condition yourself to act in alignment with your goals, not your mood, that's when real transformation happens. Your emotions can ride along. They can be part of the journey. But they don't get to drive. Your commitment does. Your standards do. Your why does, because when discipline is the driver, you don't just react to life. You direct it. You move with intention. You build the future you deserve. And nothing can stop you. Success isn't some dramatic moment where everything suddenly changes. It's not one viral post, one perfect performance, one lucky break. That's the illusion most people buy into, that it happens overnight. But anyone who's truly built something real knows the truth. Success is boring. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. Showing up and doing the work when the cameras aren't rolling and no one is watching. It's in the grind. It's in the details. It's in the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make every single day. Wake up early or hit snooze. Do the workout or skip it. Finish the project or procrastinate. Finish the project. These moments, these micro decisions, they compound. Over time, they shape your habits, your mindset, your identity. You don't become great by accident. You build it brick by brick, one action at a time, 1 hour at a time. That's the foundation of success. And guess what? It's not always glamorous. It won't always feel exciting, but that's the beauty of it. When you commit to the process, when you trust that each small step is part of something greater, you stop needing constant rewards. You start to love the work. Consistency turns your actions into habits, and habits turn into results. It's not about intensity once in a while. It's about frequency. It's not about how hard you can push in one burst. It's about how long you can stay in the game.
Aww.
People who win are the ones who can outlast, outwork, and outfocus everyone else. Not by doing more in one day, but by doing enough every day. So if you're not seeing the results yet, don't panic. Don't pivot. Keep laying the bricks. Keep stacking the days. Keep stacking the days, because one day you'll look back, and what felt like small, ordinary steps will reveal an extraordinary journey. That's how success is built. Slowly, steadily, daily. Most people think they need more time to succeed. If I just had a few more hours in the day, if I didn't have this job, this family obligation, this distraction. But let's be honest, it's not about how much time you have. It's about how you use the time you've already got. The problem isn't the clock. It is the clock. The problem is your focus, your intention, your commitment. We all get the same 24 hours. The difference between the people who grow and the people who stay stuck, it's how intentional they are with those hours. The winners plan their time like it's sacred. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They make the moment count. They make the moment count. They don't fill their schedules with busyness. They fill it with purpose. You don't need to work all day and all night. You just need to eliminate the distractions that are stealing your potential. Scrolling, procrastinating, overthinking, those aren't time problems. They're focus problems. They're focus problems. And when you shift your mindset from I don't have enough time to I have enough time to I will take control of my time, everything changes. Start by being real with yourself. Where is your time actually going? What's getting your attention that doesn't deserve it? Because the truth is, success doesn't come from doing a million things. It comes from doing a few things, the right things, with intensity and intention. So stop waiting for your schedule to get easier. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Take what you've got and go all in. Even 1 hour of focused, intentional action can outperform 10 hours of distracted motion. You don't need more time. You need to decide. You need to commit. And you need to show up. Not randomly, not when it's convenient, but with purpose every single day. That's how progress is made. Not in the future, not someday, but right now. When you consistently show up for yourself, something powerful starts to happen. You begin to build momentum. And momentum is one of the most underestimated forces in success. It's that invisible push that makes the next step a little easier, the next decision a little quicker, the next challenge a little less intimidating. But here's the thing. You don't find momentum. You earn it through action, through repetition, through doing what needs to be done, even when it feels small or insignificant. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you make a deposit into your confidence account. You're telling your mind, I can trust me. And that trust is everything. Because confidence isn't some magical feeling that shows up out of nowhere. It's built from consistency, from doing the work, from knowing deep down that you've put in the reps, that you've done the hard things, that you've stood strong when quitting looked easier. And the more consistent you are, the stronger that belief becomes. Confidence becomes less about hype and more about evidence. You stop needing external validation because your actions start speaking for themselves. You don't need to tell people who you are. Momentum and confidence are connected. They feed each other. The more you show up, the more momentum you gain. The more momentum you gain, the more confident you feel. The more confident you feel, the more you show up. And on it goes. That's how people become unstoppable. Not with huge, flashy moves, but with a steady rhythm of consistency that compounds over time. So don't wait to feel confident before you take action. Take action. Take action until confidence shows up. Let your consistency fuel your momentum, and let that momentum become the foundation of your belief in yourself. Because when you believe in you, truly believe, in you, truly believe, there is no limit to what you can create. It's not enough to just try to be consistent. You have to become the kind of person who is consistent. That shift in identity is where everything changes. Because when consistency is just something you're trying to do, it's optional. It's conditional. It's conditional it depends on how you feel, what's happening around you, or whether it's convenient. But when consistency becomes part of who you are, when it's ingrained into your self-image, it becomes automatic. Think about it. You don't have to remind yourself to brush your teeth every day. You don't debate it, you just do it. Why? Because it's part of who you are. You've attached it to your identity. That's what you need to do with your habits, your discipline, your goals. You don't just work out, you are an athlete. You don't just write, you are a writer. You don't just lead, you are a leader. When the behavior matches the identity, there's no friction. There's no negotiation. It becomes natural. This is about rewriting the story you tell yourself. If you've been telling yourself, I'm not consistent, or I always fall off, you need to interrupt that pattern. Stop reinforcing a story that doesn't serve you. Start telling yourself the truth, that you're someone who shows up, who finishes what you start, who finishes what you start, who honors your word. And then back it up with action day after day. It won't happen overnight. But each time you show up when it would have been easier to quit, you're building that identity. You're proving to yourself who you are. And the stronger that identity becomes, the less willpower you'll need. Because now, you're not forcing yourself to be consistent. You're simply acting in alignment with the kind of person you've become. That's the goal, not just to practice consistency, but to embody it. To make it your standard, your default, your DNA. Because once it becomes who you are, you won't need to rely on motivation or hacks. You'll simply be the kind of person who shows up no matter what. And that's the kind of person who wins. Every time